The jury find the defendant guilty of second-degree murder.
A week-long trial comes to an end with a guilty verdict as Latasha Daniels is convicted of second-degree murder in the death of Pastor Brodus Perry.
What did he do, though?
Good evening, and thank you for joining us. I'm Greg Hurst. A jury delivered the verdict a little after 6:30 tonight, finding Daniels guilty on 2 counts of the indictment and not guilty of the third. WRAG's Raven Copeland has reaction.
A jury of your peers has found you guilty.
After 2 hours of deliberations, a jury found Latasha Daniels guilty in the shooting death of Brodus Perry and the shooting of his wife Tabitha in 2019. Daniels was found not guilty of employment of a firearm during a felony. The 46-year-old was convicted of second-degree murder and reckless endangerment. Throughout the trial, Daniels' attorneys never denied that she shot Perry or his wife, but said it was a crime of passion fueled by Perry's alleged manipulation.
That's why we did push for that voluntary manslaughter and the reckless endangerment, because she was under such emotional distress when this happened that she was not thinking clearly.
However, the prosecution argued that Daniels' decision to purchase a gun and drive 2.5 hours from Arkansas to Memphis was proof of premeditation.
We proved that it was a knowing killing of another person, but we just didn't quite get there on premeditation. And like I said, we can disagree with it and respect it at both at the same time.
After Friday's verdict, your news leader asked the defense how Daniels felt after her conviction.
I think she's a little bit in shock. I think she's struggling with the idea that she's going to probably have to spend at least another decade in prison. But I think she also understands that, you know, this happened for a reason.
Reporting for your news leader from 201 Poplar, Raven Copeland, WRE.
So he said she's going to have to understand the fact that she's going to have to spend another decade. Sister girl, I think you're going to be serving a little bit longer. And if they give you a slap on the wrist with 20 years, you can tell the system is rigged and there should be minimums. There should be minimum sentencing. There should be a bracket of certain type of things. Like if you commit this crime, you get these amount of years. This is the years. You know what I'm saying? She went and bought a gun. This says Mistress guilty in shooting death of Memphis pastor. So of course the deacon, the pastor, he was sneaking and deacon out here. The deacon was sneaking and geeking. You hear what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Under God's name. And I'm be honest with you. There's a lot of church people I know, bro, and they're sinners, bro. They're the biggest ones, literally. And that's what I hate, because you're the leader of God. You're the one spreading his word, yet you're committing the same sin you're telling us not to commit. I don't like that when it comes to religion. That's why I kind of stay out of it, because it's like contradictory. The representers, not the religion itself, the representation of it, the people that represent God. Anyway, she went to a gun store, bought a gun, traveled 2.5 hours, and then killed the pastor, the man she was sleeping with, and shot his wife. Ma'am, you going down, sister. What did you thought? What you thought? That was super premeditated. Super. Imagine you go out, you have a little fling with a shorty that's 2 states over or a state over, and she come and find you and your wife and try to lay you both out because you don't want to be with her, or maybe they didn't say nothing about no baby or nothing. This is just emotional distress. And that's what's wrong right now with these women. What they doing, and not all women. Right now, women are sleeping with married men, and then they mad that the married men don't want to live a life with the mistress. I'm confused. Now, why would the mistress want the married? And you know what's so funny about this? There was a woman at work, and she explained this whole situation. Dude is married, but she messing with a married dude, and she wants to take this dude from this married woman. And I said, why don't you just let him be happy with her, even though he's not happy and he want to be with you? Because what do you think is going to happen? What is the long-term effect on this? You think he's just going to leave his wife? He's married to her. He loses if he leave her. You're just a girlfriend, if anything. You're a mistress. But it's some type of delusion that's like, I can take him from her. I'm like, do you understand the process of that? Men don't usually leave their wives for their mistresses. They just have sex with their mistress because it's maybe exciting. It's sex because the wife doesn't want to give it, or it's just they're just bored, but no excuse. At the end of the day, there's also no excuse for the woman that is sleeping with the married man. And then they want to oust the married man when they want to be with him. Like, I'm going to tell your wife, you're going to be with me and break it off with her. Well, I'm going to tell your wife, and I'm going to force your hand. And then at that point, she not even going to want you no more. So now she just broken up a happy home, and then she just sabotaged your shit with her. And that's why you can't really trust how some of these people are flowing, bro. Look, I see it all the time. I work around women. I hear it all the time. And I'm somebody to talk. I swear to God, I'm like, in my field, there's literally like 1% of men, maybe 4. It's probably 4% of men in the field. So it's rare to be a man in my field. So when I hear these stories, I'm hearing it from multiple women. Oh, this dude, I slept with this dude while he had this chick. Men do it too, but it's just more shameful when a woman does it, because that dude, he's trying to basically settle with, he's trying to be with his girl. I guess, and that's seduction, man. That seduction is the devil, bro. Y'all just gotta like separate yourself completely if you want to be successful in this world, for real. I'm be honest, sex is the downfall. It's either gonna harm you or it's gonna motivate you. One or two things. And if it's not motivating you to do better in life, bro, it's harming you. Simple as that. There's no middle ground with that. Facts. And I might be young, y'all might not listen to me, but I'm very wise. Very, very wise. And this comes from experience. This girl thought it was okay to travel 2 to 2.5 hours after purchasing a firearm to go to another state 2.5 hours later to shoot a man and his wife. And the lawyer talking about 20 years. Nigga, you getting life. She lucky she don't get the needle, okay? I'm not playing no more with these people, bro. I'm not playing no more. There's levels to this. You do dumb shit, you win dumb prizes, eh? And your dumb prize is the rest of your life, okay? No more freedom. And that's the problem with people. Y'all waste your time so much on other people. Why? You literally don't have no proof of life after this. Physically, at least. So, I'm not saying spiritually, but physically, you have no. So that means she looks like she probably a 40-some-year-old woman. Even if he gave her 40 years, bro, she's going to be an old woman coming out of jail with a felony. She ain't going to be able to do nothing. She just going to be living off the government assistance for the rest of her existence. Maybe she might hit 86 and die off. But in the meantime, who's paying for that? The taxpayers that did right. Who's paying for the prisoners to be in prison? The taxpayers that are doing right. So we're funding dumb people to do dumb shit. But the only thing they suffer with is they just waste the rest of their life away. That's it. But the people that have to work hard, go and get it, they have resistance to doing dumb shit. They kind of have control over their emotions. We have to fund dumb people like this for the rest of their life, and they get to live scot-free. At one point, it's going to be so expensive to live, people going to just do crime so they can live in jail. Free. No problems, because they're going to get the medical if they need it. And it's going to become like a club, bro. I'm telling you. I'm not being assing with you. Y'all tell me what y'all think in the comment section about that. Maybe I'm being cynical. Maybe. Or maybe I'm just predicting behavior. It's your boy AngeloSavage. Y'all tell me what y'all think about that in the comment section. Don't forget to subscribe. It's your boy Savage. Let's go. Peace.